Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, as the temperatures rise and the sun shines brighter, Williamson County Parks and Recreation continues making preparations for our busy summer season. Continuing our summer activities theme that we've been covering over the past few weeks, today we'll be talking about an almost endless array of summer sport camps and athletic leagues that we'll be offering over the next couple of months. Joining me today is Amber Morris. She's the Assistant Athletics Administrator for Williamson County Parks and Recreation. She's here to tell us about all the great summer fun that they are planning now. Amber, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me today.
It's a pleasure to have you in and to talk about a lot of our summer sport camps and our adult athletic leagues. And the summer has definitely taken on a whole new meaning for you guys over the past 6 or 7 years. Absolutely. And you have really expanded on the types of and levels and availability of summer sport camps that you have, as well as increasing a lot of adult athletic league options in the summer as well. I mean, people want to stay active year-round these days, and you guys are definitely helping meeting that need in multiple points across Williamson County. When we start talking about a lot of these programs that you guys are establishing right now, they're everywhere over Williamson County. Yes. With a lot of opportunity for a very large number of people. We'll start off talking about your summer sport camps. For years, decades, Williamson County Parks and Recreation's had a very popular summer sport camp series. You guys have paid homage to that program for years, but you've been slightly tweaking it over the past couple of years to help round it out into a better functioning program for the people in Williamson County. Talk to us a little bit about this year's program, and specifically some of the tweaks you've made with aging, because I realize you've dropped the age on it a little bit this year, and you've included it into a 5-day-a-week program rather than a 4-day-a-week program.
We have. Through polling over the last couple of years, a lot of the parents think it's great to be able to have an activity for their kids to do. It is just a 9 to 12 still. However, there's always that Friday drop-off where they, now parents have to find something else for their kids to do for one day out of the week. So we've kind of taken that into consideration, and we've gone ahead and added the 5th day, so it is the full 5-day camp. Again, still 9 to 12, but we also had a couple of people who really had an interest for their 7-year-olds, because it used to be 8. So we've added one more age group so that we can just try to service a little bit more of the children within Williamson County and give them more opportunities for activities this summer.
Now, the Summer Sport Camp Series has always been a great way for kids to kind of learn emerging sports skills in certain sports, as well as to kind of, for those advanced beginners or intermediate players, kind of fine-tune some of their skill sets as well. These camps are offered to boys and girls ages 7 to 13, so you do service a wide age and ability range within that age group set. Camps this year, though, you've added a new location.
We have. With the addition of the Nolensville Rec Center, we have added some additional camps over there as well. So now we will be at 3 sites. So we'll be in Longview Rec Center in Spring Hill, we'll be in Franklin, and then we'll also be in Nolensville.
Nolensville. I do the same thing. I'm like, Nolensville, Longview, Nolensville, somewhere in the middle is where you'll usually find us. And talk about the sports that you include in this program, because you do cover a lot of traditional sports. You've got volleyball and basketball and tennis and things like that, but you also include some more non-traditional and emerging sports as well. So kind of give us the lineup in this program.
We realize that not everybody plays your traditional sports. So of course we want to cater to the individuals who are doing the traditional sports, but we also try to do the non-traditional. So we will have a table tennis camp, and table tennis is becoming very, very popular in kids of all ages, but that's a skill or a game that you can play either all the way through adulthood. We have a major adult table tennis program where people are coming out and playing on a weekly basis. So it definitely is a skill that is great to learn when you're young, because it's something you can utilize as you get older as well. And then we also have pickleball. And if you've never seen pickleball played before, you have to come by and check it out sometime. It's kind of a cross between, it's played with a paddle, similar to on a smaller tennis court, played with a paddle and a wiffle ball. So kind of mixes a variety of different sports together. And it's just a blast. And it's another one that's really, really picking up in this area.
Absolutely. And so again, and something for, that's a good lifetime sport that
Absolutely,
if kids learn at this age and really kind of take to and have a fondness for, they can play it for years to come. Well, let's see. We'll talk about some of the other components of the camp. Each of these camps is just $65 per participant. So for a 5-day-a-week, 3-hour-a-day camp, really the fees are very, very reasonable. We'll talk a little bit about the registration process. You have a registration start date for every one of the camps in the Summer Sport Camp Series this year, whether they be in Franklin, Longview, or Nolensville. Registration will start on Sunday, April the 26th. Talk to us a little bit about the registration process, though, because I know that how that works is very important.
Yeah, it's going to be very similar to the way that we have kind of run things in the past. We will be doing in-person registration, so you actually have to physically go down to the facility for Longview and then for Nolensville. Franklin registration, however, we're going to try to do an online registration just to kind of test it out. It's one of the largest programs that we have, so it kind of needs a little more convenience factor, I guess.
Sure, especially since it's based out over a couple of different locations in the Franklin area.
Absolutely. So we will be doing that online this year. And as far as the other sites, you would actually have to physically show up and you'll complete a registration form and then pay the fees to the front desk, and they'll go ahead and sign up for the camps. Pretty easy.
Pretty easy, yeah. So it is still first come, first served.
Correct.
There is a minimum of 8 kids required for each camp. They also have limits as well, 25 to 50 campers, depending on the structure and style of the camp program itself. Like you said, payment for the camps is due at registration, and payment for all the camps opens on April 26th.
Correct.
Correct. Great. Sounds like it'll be another fun summer for you guys.
Absolutely.
Your specialty camps have really grown over the past couple of years. Kind of the keystone of your specialty program, kind of what started the specialty camp option for me was the addition of Karen Booker and her basketball academy program that you started running at Academy Park. Karen's coming back this year with another full plate of Booker Basketball Academy programs at Academy Park. Tell us what she's got going on.
Well, what she wants to do is kind of take develop the fundamentals of younger players. And sometimes that's hard to do in a large camp setting. The basketball camps are fantastic, and she does a great job with splitting up the different levels of players. But this is an opportunity for the individuals who maybe learn more on a more individual basis or small group training. So the camps are going to be limited to just 10 players, and it would be Karen as the instructor, and they're going to last 2 hours. So basically each day is going to be a different skill set that you're actually working on. So it gives you a chance to kind of focus on improving some of the different skills that are related to basketball.
Points. Yeah, these are great opportunities for children who might have a little bit more exposure to a sport or level of interest and ability in a sport to really get that more one-on-one fine-tuning of a particular aspect of their basketball game. Like we said, these will be taking place at Academy Park in Franklin. Each workshop is held on a Saturday. Sessions include offensive skills, ball handling, defensive skills, shooting techniques, moves to the basket, and the post guard position. So she does a really good job covering the floor in all the different positions available in the sport. Cost for each session is only $45, and for what basically accounts to a 2-hour private lesson, that's a wonderful value. And then another program that just started a couple years ago that has expanded kind of this specialty sport camp option is our Tiny Tots soccer program. Tiny Tots has become one of those beloved programs that we offer through the Parks and Recreation Department, and it all kind of started with this initial summer camp. And
Yeah.
it went so well, we started offering Tiny Tot soccer leagues. But what I love about this is it takes a younger age group and really starts just to develop a love of game and activity in them.
Right. What they're doing during the Tiny Tots is they're working on the real fundamentals. They do play some game type settings, but it's not necessarily a soccer game. You know, it might be keep away. It might be different things like that where you're teaching them the game, but they're just having fun. And that's the most important part for that particular age group, because it is for 3 to 6 year olds. And the reason we kind of started it is because there wasn't anything really in the area that kind of serviced that particular age group, with the being the 3 to 6 year olds. A lot of people were too afraid to deal with them, I think, but they just go out there and they have an absolute blast. And you know, they have a lot of fun and they learn, and then a lot of them go on to continue to play in our leagues or through Williamson County Soccer Association once they turn of age to play in a formal league.
Yeah. And they will be doing 2 camps this year, one in June, one in July. These are also week-long 5-day camps, Monday through Friday. They'll be held at the indoor arena at Crockett Park, again for ages 3 to 6 years old, and cost is just $35 per camp. So it's the right price, too.
Absolutely.
Especially for that age group. Because you're never really sure, like, I don't know if they'll be interested or not. $35? Yeah, we'll sign up, we'll see.
Yeah. The only thing is we do ask that there be at least a parent or guardian there with the individual. It could also be a babysitter if somebody is taking care of the children.
A caregiver.
And then bringing like a size 3 soccer ball as well.
Perfect. New this year is a program you guys are calling Sports and More. Talk to us about this program and kind of how you decided to add it into the mix of summer sport camps.
Well, from everything that we have heard from a lot of the different organizations is the after-school care summer camps, our general summer camp, there's always about a 2-week gap before the kids go back to school. And that's when parents are frantically looking for other activities, and a lot of people just aren't running activities during that time frame because they're trying to gear up and get ready to go back to school. So kind of what we decided to do was to kind of try to fill that niche. It'll be including sports, and it's going to be your traditional sports and your non-traditional sports. But then we're also going to add some like arts and crafts. So we're going to add some, you know, maybe some pool days, and that kind of stuff to just basically give it an all-around activity-based camp. So the kids are always going to be doing something. And our goal is that we wear them out during the whole camp so they go home and they sleep well for the parents.
Yeah, every parent wants that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it really does kind of give more of a day camp option.
Correct, yeah.
Like you said, in these kind of gap periods from maybe the end of school to start of summer programming, the end of summer programming to the start of school again.
Yeah.
So again, I love how you guys are kind of always in communication with your participants and the people using your programs and saying, you know, how's this going? What's working? What isn't working? You know, how we might be able to help facilitate an additional benefit to the community. And it looks like this is kind of the culmination
Yeah.
of a lot of that
hope
effort.
anyways.
Yes. Again, these are going to be week-long day camps from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. for ages 6 to 13, boys and girls. They will be held at the Franklin Recreation Complex, and they're just $125 per camp. So that's for a full week's worth of activity for your kids to participate in. Then you also have your Freaks Sports Performance Camp. Now, I remember when this came on last year, I was like, this is what?
Yeah.
But really a wonderfully kind of specialized program
Absolutely.
for slightly older, more involved athletes.
Yeah. The kind of the goal behind this camp is to for the individuals who are interested in improving their skill set, and it's mostly sports performance. So they do a lot of burst training. They do a baseline at the very beginning, and then you can
measure
through
it
the
at the
different
end.
camps. You can measure it, and then he sends the individuals home with kind of things that they can do at home on their own over the course of their training sessions.
Wonderful. It sounds like a great program. That is, again, for ages 8 to 13 and will be held at the Robert A. Ring Indoor Soccer Arena this summer for $99 per session. We need to take a quick break. We do have one more program to talk about this summer, and then we'll get into your summer adult leagues as well. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be talking more about summer athletic options with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department.
Hello folks, I'm Bill Fitzgerald with the Franklin Rodeo. The Franklin Noon Rotary Club is supporting Graceworks on Thursday, May 14th at the Franklin Rodeo. We're asking you to come out, bring your groups of 10 or more, get your tickets for $10. The Franklin Noon Rotary Club is proud to present Graceworks with a portion of the proceeds from this year's rodeo. So go on out, get your tickets at franklinrodeo.com and come and support Graceworks.
It doesn't matter if you're looking for your first job or just a better job. Goodwill's Career Solutions Centers can help you find it.
I would encourage anyone in search of a job to walk through the doors of our Career Solutions Center. Through our Career Solutions Centers, we can provide them with training, with employment opportunities, with resources that can help them find that job.
Probably the biggest factor that separates us from a lot of career centers is the individualized work done by the career counselors and the clients together.
We help folks with a lot of different training programs such as forklift training, security guard training, computer training, retail training. We do some custodial training. We have just a lot of training programs for our clientele to help them prepare for jobs within their communities.
I think what a person gains from Goodwill is that ability to hold their head high, to feel proud about who they are and what they do, and actually be a part of something.
If you need help with job training and placement, you can find it at goodwillcareersolutions.org. The chance to make a living and a better life is waiting. Get started today.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking about summer athletic options today, and before we left for the break, we were talking about the Freaks Sports Performance Camps that you guys do this summer, and again, just wonderful options for kids to really, not kids, teens, tweens and teens, ages 8 to 13, to really develop their physical skill sets to help them participate at a high level in their sports and athletic endeavors. And again, those are 4-day camps, Monday through Thursday, 9 to noon for ages 8 to 13 at the Robert A. Ring Indoor Soccer Arena. And then finally, we'll round out with tennis camps. The athletics division puts together a long list of tennis programs over the course of the summer for children, everything from junior team tennis to individual camps for pee-wee tennis players up to teenage tennis players, beginners to advanced teen skill sets. The board is really endless on this one for summer camp options. We do have a quick start tennis camp that we want to let people know about today for ages 5 to 9 that's going to be held at the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. But I know that's just the tip of the iceberg for tennis programs. So for individuals who might be looking for other tennis-based summer camp programs or just more specific information about all of your summer sport camp options, how can they get that information?
They can actually visit our website, which is wcprathletics.org. So all the information will be posted up there. Or if you go through WC Parks and Rec, there's actually a link to our athletics page from there as well.
And again, wonderful source for getting as much information about all of these programs as possible. You can also reach out to our youth sports coordinator, Hunter Eubanks, or his assistant coordinator, Danny Mitchell. They are actually based out of the Nolensville Recreation Center. The Williamson County Recreation Complex at Nolensville. We call it the Nolensville Rec Center for short. So if you're going to register for one of the Summer Sport Camp Series programs there, feel free to follow up with Hunter and Danny, or you can contact them at 615-786-0200. And now we'll switch gears over to the adults, because the adults still like to play too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can't leave them out in the summertime. lots and lots of sport options for adults that you guys offer as well. And I really know no other better way than to just kind of jump in and start going through them individually, piece by piece. We'll start with volleyball. You guys have a indoor co-ed volleyball program that you'll be running out at the Fairview Recreation Complex this summer. Registration for it is actually just around the corner, starting May the 4th. And the season actually begins the middle of June. So people in Fairview interested in playing volleyball, you can contact Ron Embry on how to get registered for that program. And then summer also means the start of sand volleyball for us when we go outdoors to our sand courts. And there's actually several different sand leagues that are going to be offered at the Franklin Recreation Complex this summer. So run us through those as well.
Well, with the addition of Chris Redding to our staff, who is a former collegiate volleyball coach, he has a passion and he really is trying to develop the volleyball program here in Williamson County. For the adults. So what he has kind of proposed is to bring back doubles volleyball, which is nice because you only need 2 people in order to create a team. But we're going to have 2 separate divisions of women's. There's going to be an A-level division and a B-level division, or more advanced and a recreational, however you kind of want to look at it. But we'll have men's, we'll have women's, and then we'll also have co-ed. So a little bit of everything for a little bit of everyone.
Yeah, but definitely something to look forward to and to do as well. Registration for all of these doubles volleyball leagues begins the middle of May, starting on the 15th. It will continue through the middle of June or until the programs fill, because I'm sure you have capacity for your standings and scheduling and things like that as well. These seasons will begin in June as well, and they do have a staggered start associated with them. Cost is just anywhere from $80 to $200 per team, depending on the type of program that you participate in. But definitely something for people to look forward to and to try out this summer. We'll move on to basketball next, one of our traditional beloved sports in Williamson County. You have a couple of different adult leagues that you'll be offering this summer as well.
We do. We've kind of been doing this for quite some time now, and it's been quite successful. But we offer divisions. We offer a men's D1 division, a D2 division, and then as well as the 35 and above division, where you obviously must be at least 35 years old to play. So it's kind of gives everybody a little bit of a different opportunity depending on your different skill set, and each of the different leagues are going to have different days of the week that they would play on.
So a lot of variety through that program as well, and just an opportunity for adults to still do something fun that they love to do. Registration is May 8th until the league fills. Cost is $475 per team, and the season starts the end of May, right after Memorial Day. Excuse me. And then we're also going to start a Nolensville Adult League as well.
We are. Again, with the addition of the new facility comes new leagues. So we do intend on having a summer Nolensville Adult Basketball League out there as well. And that is probably just going to be all one division and more recreational based.
See what your crowd's like out there.
Yeah.
Got to flesh all that out first. Registration for this is also going to be going on in May with a season start date in June, so something to look forward to as well for our Nolensville community. Tennis is a year-round program for you guys.
Absolutely.
It has been for several years now and is always a very popular program here in Williamson County. Several different options though for people to participate in tennis throughout the summer and even into the fall. Your tennis staff really does a great job in providing multiple areas and levels of play for the different kind of tennis enthusiast. So we'll start off with leagues. League options have always been very popular in Williamson County, and you in essence double them in the summer when you take on both indoor and outdoor league play. Tell us a little bit about the structure of the leagues and some of the opportunities available in them.
Well, kind of what the tennis department has done, like you said, has done a great job of trying to offer a little bit of everything for everyone, different levels, daytime leagues, evening leagues, indoor leagues, outdoor leagues, and all of that goes through the summer and the fall as well. So registration for that is currently ongoing until the leagues actually start for those. And it really just, like you said, it gives people an opportunity, no matter what their skill level is, to play. And to we also do clinics, which are also any skill level. You just kind of, based upon what your skill is, you can pick the different clinics that would work best for you.
Yeah, absolutely. In leagues, I know you guys offer men's and women's singles, doubles, and mixed double leagues as well. Summer leagues begin June 1st. Fall leagues begin August the 10th, and again, registration for both of those for indoor and outdoor options is currently going on now. Then as far as clinics, there's an amazing clinic roster that's put out about every 8 weeks that is very involved and in-depth with a variety of different days of the week, different locations across Williamson County, different skill levels for people who are looking for more of an instructional-based tennis program. In the summer, it's also tournament season for our tennis staff. They'll start off with their first summer tournament, the Big Harpeth Classic, the first weekend in June, June 5th through the 7th. Then another important tennis date to mark on your calendars is the date of the Winter League Contract Lottery.
Yeah, don't want to miss that.
Absolutely. I know it seems a little funny to say register for the Winter Leagues when our summer leagues haven't even started yet, but Winter League Contract Lottery will be July 25th, and it is a date, if you are interested in playing at all 6 months from now, that you need to have on your calendar. More information about our array of tennis programs is also available through the athletics website at wcprathletics.org. Wrapping up here with a few more different sports, cannot forget softball. Softball, just like basketball, long-standing but always very, very popular sport in Williamson County.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, this is another one where we are trying to spread out our little fingers into the entire county. So the summer leagues we're going to be offering in Bethesda as well as in Nolensville. And kind of the reason for that is that we wait for the rec programs to finish up so that we can then offer a program for the adults. So they don't get to miss out. It just is a little bit of a different time of the year.
Time of the year, exactly. Registration for those leagues will be going on the 1st of May through mid-June with a season start date of June 22nd. Wrapping up real quick, we have a couple of soccer programs this summer. We've got women's soccer at the indoor arena at Crockett Park, as well as adult co-ed soccer also at the indoor arena at Crockett Park. So don't want to leave those guys out. And thankfully, they also get a nice, cool, climate-controlled area to play.
Yes, and they sure love that, especially in the heat of the summertime.
Absolutely. And then we also don't want to forget our ongoing sports. There's two great programs that you guys do right now on a year-round basis that's basically just on a walk-in level for people to participate in pickleball as well as table tennis. Some of those newer sports that we were talking about in the youth summer sport camp series, but that are great adult options as well because they are truly lifetime sports. Kind of run us through the schedule for these ongoing open programs.
Yeah, so Fairview, we have the ongoing pickleball league, and that one is going to be on Monday nights from 6 until 8 or 8:30, I think. And then we also do it in Franklin as well. They offer an evening time on Monday nights from 6 until 9, but then they also offer a daytime for usually more of the senior citizens that come out on Thursdays from 10 until 1. So it kind of gives you a couple of different options as far as pickleball goes. And then for table tennis, we have a great instructor, Alex Lim, who's always there to help coach and teach. But at Academy Park on Thursday nights, they're there from 7 until 9. And then again at the Brentwood Indoor Sports Complex on Sundays from 3 until 6 p.m.
And again, great lifetime sports. Drop in, check it out, see what it's all about. Both of them are highly addictive. Once you start, you will never stop. But again, a very well-rounded sport program. You guys do an amazing job at really balancing youth to athletic options and really giving people the opportunity to participate in a variety of different sports in locations all across Williamson County. And I hope we've been able just to share a little bit of that with everyone today. We have not gone into great detail at all about any one particular sport or programming option, but all of the information is available through our athletics website at www.wcprathletics.org. I highly suggest you take a few moments just to log on to that site and really check out the vast array of options that we have throughout Williamson County for our youth and adult sport enthusiasts, it will not disappoint.
Absolutely not.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure to have you in the studio to talk about these programs, and best of luck with all your summer activities.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank you guys for joining us today as well. We look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you. Already,